Hi guys and welcome back. I'm going to show you a bit of the new site that hopefully, fingers crossed, should be here around October, middle of October, end of October. Spoke to Tom this morning, everything's going fine, they're still on track, they have no issues. I'm going to show you some of the new updates that have been put on the test site, beta site, whatever you want to call it. If you're in the Facebook group, you'll know that there's a pinned post there. You can log in and have a mooch around and have a look and play. You can't upload photos to it and you can't sign in via your own account, but you can have a play and have a look, see what you think. My first thoughts are it looks a lot fresher. I can't wait for it to be so I can actually get on it and upload photos and stuff like that. But until then, unfortunately, we're going to have to put it with the old one. But anyway, show you on the new site. I'll show you some figures and facts and all that rubbish for what I've taken this year up to now. So let's crack on. So here we are, the new site. This is a home page, and I think it looks about the same as what it used to. I mean, there's a few different changes here and there. I think the main changes are the photo resolution, so it's higher photo resolution, which is going to be better for people looking at the images. When it comes down to the actual profile, I mean, I like the way the profile looks now. So this is the actual profile here, and I think the photos are bigger. You know what I mean? It's just better. All your icons are here. They're not down the side. This used to be a wasted space, if you understand from the old site. This is the old one. So you used to get all this down the side, and then your photos weren't that big. Whereas on the new site, your photos are bigger. I mean, I don't know if these are all going to be. I mean, that's a portrait image. Oh, that's a landscape image, but it's been put into portrait, so I think it's going to look like they're going to be all shown as squares, but when you actually click through, it's been, you know what I mean, but that's just convenience for how it looks on your profile as such. Now if you're wondering why I'm like, you know what I mean, I think it's 28 degrees outside or something, about to hit our second heat wave in the UK, mint. I have 2 days left at work, and then I'm out of here. Well, not out of here, I'm staying in the UK, but going on holiday. Should be nice, we'll see. Might get a few vlogs, don't worry, I'm away. Anyway, back to this. Alright. So when you get to look at this, like you say, you've got something that we didn't have before, which is messages, which is nice. So people can private message your stuff. You've got your feed, which is pretty much the same. I think the photos are actually bigger than the old feed. Let's have a quick look. Obviously, it loads a lot quicker. Yeah, your photos are a lot bigger than they were on your old feed. This isn't there. What's Thomas saying? So your feed, it looks better when you upload 3 photos. I think it's going to show you 3 photos, which is always a good thing. But the actual photos itself are bigger. And like I said, the actual image quality is bigger, it's better on the site anyway, so you could actually pickle peep at it if you really wanted to. Now you got your products. Obviously there's no products as such in there yet, but we all know that we're getting t-shirts and other Aprilia, is that the word? Other stuff like that, and lots of other things. I have put links in other videos for what we're getting, but we're getting a hell of a lot more, not just prints as in photo prints and stuff like that, a lot more. Now when it comes down to your orders and purchases, that'll all be in one place again, you know what I mean, so you can actually see exactly what you sold and whatever. Account settings, all in one place, everything's there. All your follower accounts and all that wants to be in there, what type of your account you'd be on and what you'd get. Now if you remember rightly, that is going to go up from 0.7 to 0.9 cents once a new site comes in. And if you are on a free account, you will be getting paid 0.1 of a cent. So 10 paid views will get you 1 cent, which they used to do, but they stopped it because it was getting abused a bit years ago. Whether or not it stays, we'll have to wait and see. But when you're spending the best part of 6 figures and nearly 7 figures on rebuilding the site, it's got to have, you know what I mean, something for everyone. So I think that's why they've decided to put the free sites or the free accounts so that they get paid as well. Now, for me, I've wanted this site for a year and a bit, possibly. Started building it with another company who basically were rubbish. They've got the new ones in at the moment, and they're building the site as we speak. Show you some take-ins, show you my figures for the last time I did a video was about 63 days ago when I showed you what I've earned. So we'll have a look at that now. So here we are in my account proper. I haven't uploaded many photos because one's been busy doing videos and more videos and stuff. One of the things I use ClickASnap for is I love the fact that I can post something on there and it's automatically shared to my Facebook page and to Twitter. So it's pretty decent that way on. I don't have to repost things, and you can also go into it and it'll basically repost every hour, every 2 hours, every 4 hours, or every 8 hours on whichever one you want to, and you can change which albums you want to be shared. So one day or 1 month you might think, right, I'm going to do all landscape photography on Twitter and all portraits on Facebook, and see what that brings in and does it that way to see which one works best. Now I haven't done that on the old site because with the new site coming up, I think it's going to be better for me to start from scratch, if you know what I mean. Basically, when we start on the new site, I'm going to take all my figures and I'm going to get rid of everything, if you know what I mean. I'll take all my money out. I'll take a note of how many views I've got and everything, and then basically I'm going to compare it to, say, the last month or 2 months or a year, and see what happens, see if the actual new site has made a difference. Now I expect it will do because it'll be brand new. Whether or not it does, who knows. Right, figures, alright. So 1.2k photos uploaded, 4,000 people who are following me, thank you. 88.7k views on photos, thank you, and 23.3k likes on photos, again, thank you. It does mean a lot when people actually view stuff and I can see it. I'm not bothered about likes, but I can see when people are actually looking at things, which makes a difference. It's not all about, for me, it's never been about money on ClickASnap. It's never been about views. It's about me being able to share stuff and have somewhere where I know I can put it and they're not going to get abused. And that's why I like ClickASnap, because you can't really copy the images on the pro accounts. You can, don't get me wrong, you can't even screenshot it. You've got to use some of the thing you mean, but it's pretty hard anyway. They're the figures. So I'm going to jump onto Excel and I'll show you exactly what I've earned. So today's date, that's what I've earned. They're the figures I've just shown you, and I've earned $41.78 up to now, which is basically 19, just under 20 cents a day, which still isn't too bad. You think about how many views that'll take to get that much per day. I mean, I've actually been on the site 1,032 days. So in about end of October, beginning of October, possibly. Yeah, beginning of October, I think is when I first joined. No, well, I might be wrong. End of October. End of October is when I joined. I've been on it for 3 years. So what I'll do is I'll cash out on the 31st of October, regardless if the new site's up or not. And then I've got a direct comparison of my first 3 years on the old site and then my next 3 years on the new site. If that makes sense. It might not. Anyway, it'd be interesting to find out how things progress, whether or not my takings go up or down. So there's the figures. That's a bit of the new site, having a quick look around. There's more to come in the following months. Fingers crossed we still get it mid to end of October. If we don't, I won't be happy, as many of us won't. But that's it. Until the next one. See ya. Bye now.